the usual? Sounds good. I could do that. All right, so let's begin. Come down onto the back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let the knees just relax out to the sides. And if that becomes too intense for the hips, know that you can always lift the knees up and plant the feet, or even just extend the legs out straight. And just start to settle, start to relax. Close the eyes. Let your body be heavy. Beginning to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Starting to move into that abdominal breath where you feel the belly rising and falling with every inhale and exhale. Adding in the thoracic part of the breath so that once the belly fills, the ribs begin to open and expand out to the sides. As you exhale, the ribs contract and the belly falls. And then finally, adding in the clavicular breath. Once you've inhaled, filling belly and rib cage, take that breath right up to the collarbones. Feel them lift slightly. As you exhale, the collarbones settle, the ribs regather, the navel makes its way back towards the spine. Squeeze it in gently, and then relax that engagement and slowly fill the lungs again. And just let your inhales flow into your exhales, flow back into your inhales, over and over and over. Every time your mind wanders, gently nudge it back to the breath. Using the sound of the breath to quiet the thoughts within the mind. Giving those hips a little break now. On an inhale, let your knees slowly lift up. Let your arms come out to a T or into cactus. As you inhale, draw your knees into your chest. And as you exhale, relax your legs to the right as you turn your head to the left. Just taking a few breaths here, relaxing the feet and the legs down. Let them be heavy. To relax right through the whole low back area as best you can. Good. Press down through those arms, and on your next inhale, let your head and your legs come back through center. And as you exhale, just simply change directions. Legs to the left, head is turning to the right. Relax the body. Good. Press down through the arms, engaging the legs as you inhale. Bring the head and the knees back up. Set your feet on the ground with your knees over your ankles and bring your arms right in tight to your sides, palms pressing down to the ground. Good. So as you adjust your feet to a hip distance stance, try to tuck the tail, flattening the low back towards the ground. And as you inhale, lift the hips up slowly. And as you exhale, lower the hips down. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower, and continue moving through a few rounds at the measure of your breath. Bridge pose as you inhale, releasing down as you exhale. Next time you inhale and lift the hips up, hold there at the top. Try to keep your knees right over top of your ankles. Press heavily into the palms, the arms, the shoulders, and even the back of the head, and really roll the weight to the inside edges of your feet. Push down through the big toes and the inner heels. Take another inhale, lift those hips even higher, and as you exhale, start to lower your upper back and your mid back, and then your low back down. Let your knees float into the chest. Hold them in with your hands and just rock side to side. Using this movement to massage right across your back, letting your head move freely with your torso. Good. Roll back to center. Take a grip on the back of your thighs and begin to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine a few times. Keep the chin tucked in as you roll back. Protect your neck. Good. Roll it back one more time and come forward through seated and make your way into table. So come to stand on those hands and knees, stacking shoulders over wrists. Hips or sitting bones directly over top of those knees. Extend those toes straight back behind you, widening the ankles so they're as wide as the knees are wide as well. And now start to really grip with your fingers, making sure the space between your thumbs is large enough for both of your feet to fit there in between. Inhale, lift the tailbone and the chin as you open the throat and look up. Exhale, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, and round out your back. Inhaling into cow, make that U shape with your spine. And exhale up into cat. And just continue back and forth, moving with your breath. Cow pose on the inhale, cat stretch on the exhale. Going just a little bit further each time you come into the pose, really waking up your spine. Good, let's inhale one more time into cow. And one last time up into cat. Before coming back to a neutral table position. Gazing straight down to the earth just ahead of those fingers. With your next inhale, take your right leg back and your left arm forward for a spinal balance. Draw the shoulder gently down away from the ear. Flex that right foot, spread the toes. Do your best to keep your neck in line with your spine and take another inhale, stretch it out a little longer, lift the limbs a bit higher. As you exhale, set the hand down and the knee down. And inhale, left leg back, right arm forward. Grip the earth with those left fingerprints. Lift the shoulder up and away from the wrist. Stretch out from that left heel all the way out through those right fingertips. Maintain that long, deep breath. Take another inhale, stretch it out a little longer, lift the limbs a bit higher. Exhale, set the hand and the knee down. Bring your big toes together. Sit back into child's pose. Try to let your hips fall back as much as possible. Let your chest come down, your head come down. Support the head with the hands if necessary. Breathe into those hips. Start to sway them from side to side a few times. And just let them come back through center. Take a couple more breaths here. Good. Start to reach the arms forward, pulling yourself up to your hands and your knees. And then slide the hands forward an inch or two further, curl your toes under, press up and back to your first downward facing dog. Bending your left knee, press the right heel down to the ground. And then press the left heel down as the right knee bends, hold and breathe. Good. Inhale up onto the toes, straightening both the legs, pushing the chest way, way back. Relax your head, lower both heels back towards the earth. Bend your left knee and press the right heel just a little closer. And now we bend the right knee and try to press the left heel down. Try to keep those hips level. Good. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, straightening the legs, lift the hips high, push the chest way back, relax your head, lower your heels back down. Push the armpits gently back towards those ankles. Keep extending your hips up as you press the chest back. And then walk your hands slowly back towards those feet. Let the weight settle back into those feet. Make sure your feet are parallel to one another as you relax the head. Let the arms just dangle. Let your whole body hang heavy. Giving the head a little shake as though saying no. And then bring it back to center and nod the head yes, up and down. And then relax the head once again. Take a gentle hold of your elbows with your fingertips, or bring your hands into the elbow creases if you prefer, and start to give a gentle tug on the arms as though you could pull your elbows towards the ground. Try to lift the hips up and away from those heels if you can. Balance the weight equally between your heels and your toes, and take one more deep breath in. Give a gentle tug on those arms. Exhale, release the hands down, separate them to shoulder distance. Look at your toes and start to walk your hands forward. Keep looking at your feet as you walk the hands forward. When it feels as though you're back in your correct downward dog, look to make sure your hands are even and relax the head. Big toes are slightly closer than the inner heels. Now inhale, pull yourself forward to the top of a push-up. Level your body out into a straight line and press the space between your shoulder blades towards the sky above you. Keep the tailbone slightly tucked and that low belly drawn in, and as you inhale, look a little bit forward. Exhale, lower slowly. Curl up into your cobra, your bhujangasana. Squeeze the legs together. Try to straighten the legs as much as you can and pull your chest towards the river. Relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. Taking one last inhale. Exhale, let the forehead come down as you curl the toes under. Inhale, press up to the top of a push-up and back to your downward dog. Breathing here, slow and steady. Try to gently outwardly spiral those upper arms from the elbows to the shoulders, rolling the upper arms outwardly away from one another. This helps to broaden the space across the upper back and almost causes a hollowing out sensation at the armpit. Good. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, soft knees as you look forward, and let your feet come to the space between your hands. Inhale, just come up to that flat back. Look out in front of you as you lean into the toes and then fold chest to thighs. Inhale again. As you look forward, the heart moves forward away from the navel. Exhale, fold, hinging from the hips. Last time, inhale, squeeze between the shoulder blades as you look out in front of you. Take a grip on the back of your legs and pull yourself down. Try to keep just as much weight in your toes as your heels. Try to lift the hips away from the heels. Good. Release that hold on the legs. Let your upper body hang for a moment. Let your hands now clasp behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you interlace your fingers, making a fist with your hands. Send those knuckles up to the sky and then start to draw the arms away from your back ever so gently, keeping the shoulders pulled back and down away from the ears. And again, balance the weight evenly throughout the foot. Still listening to the sound of your breath. Take another deep breath in, stretch the arms a little further, and then exhale, release the arms down. Bend your knees as you tuck your chin, and over the span of 4 or 5 breaths, begin to roll yourself slowly up to standing, stacking one vertebra upon the next. As you start to move into that upper back area, the legs can begin to straighten, the shoulders can roll up and back and down, the palms open. Lifting through the crown of the head, see something in front of you, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, reach forward and fold, coming all the way down. Step your right foot back as you inhale, stay on the toes as you look out in front of you, and then plant both palms and step back to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, pull yourself forward to plank from the toes or the knees, lower slowly down. Curl into your cobra as you inhale, tuck your toes, take it back to down dog as you exhale. Right foot forward as you inhale, look out in front of you. And then left foot joins the right as you exhale, fold it in. Arms beside the ears, reach forward, up, look up, palms touch, exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, reach forward and fold all the way down. Left foot is leading this time as you inhale, you're looking forward. Plant both hands, step back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. And then inhale, come forward to the top of your push-up. Exhale, lower the body with control. Curl into your cobra. Tuck the toes, exhale into your downward dog. Left foot forward as you inhale, look forward. Big step forward with the right foot, fold chest to thighs. Inhale, arms reach forward, up, look up. Palms touch, exhale, hands to the heart. And again, we inhale, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, reach forward, folding all the way down. Right foot back, stay here. Walk that left foot a little closer to the left hand, drop into that low runner's lunge. Bend deeply into that left knee as you pull the left hip back, shift the right hip forward. Now right hand a little closer to the left foot. When you're ready, inhale, left arm sweeps up to the sky. Spiraling your chest, open to the left. Press that right leg as straight as you can. Take another inhale, reach even higher as you exhale, lower the left arm. Plant both palms, step back to downward dog. Take a breath. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower slowly. Inhaling into cobra. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Walk that right foot closer to the right hand as you wiggle that left foot back as far as you can. So you're in that low, deep runner's lunge. Left hand comes in just a little closer. Inhale, right arm sweeps up to the sky. So you're gonna spiral your chest, open to the right. Stay light on those left fingerprints. Press that left leg as straight as you can and bend deeply into that right knee. Take one more inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, right arm comes down. Big step forward with the left foot and fold over the legs. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's inhale, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, reach forward and fold all the way down. Left foot steps back. Lower your left knee and untuck your left toes. Walking that right foot over to the right hand to the right knee. Let's inhale, lift that left arm up and sit the hips down a little deeper. Inhale, let the right arm come up. Exhale, sit the hips even deeper again. Inhale, reach up, stretch the arms back. Exhale, lower the hands down. Plant both palms, tuck the left toes, step back to downward facing dog, holding for the full breath. Good, inhale, come forward to the top of a push-up. Exhale, lower slowly down. Curl into your cobra, Bhujangasana, tuck the toes, downward dog. Good, left foot steps forward, right knee comes down. Walk that left foot a little closer to the left hand. Now left hand to the left knee. When you're ready, inhale, right arm sweeps up as you look up. Settle the hips down towards the ground, and now inhale, let your left arm float up. Palms are facing each other. Lifting the chin, opening the throat. Take one more inhale, really stretch back. Exhale, lower the hands down. Step your right foot forward to meet your left and fold. Inhale, reach up, arms next to the ears, look up, palms together, hands to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms up as you look forward. Lean to the right as you exhale. So stabilize your hips here. Keep them centered to start. Relax the shoulders, press evenly into both your feet, and then push your left hip just a little bit out to the left. Squeeze the upper arms in a little closer to the ears. Inhale, come through center, and exhale, lean to the left. Start with the hips, stabilize, don't move them. Press evenly into both feet, and now we push that right hip out to the right. Stretch through those fingers, lengthen those arms. Good, inhale, come back up. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears, and let's inhale, lift the chin, look up. Push the hips forward as you lean the upper body back. Lift your heart to the sky. Good, inhale, come up slowly, reach forward, fold all the way down. Now grab those big toes as you inhale, look out in front of you. Start to pull yourself down as you exhale. Let those elbows flare out just a little bit, activating the biceps. So you've wrapped your fingers right around your big toes, and then you're trying to straighten your legs. Palms are facing each other. Fingers pull up on the toes as the toes push the fingers firmly down to the mat. So don't let your fingers get pulled away from the earth. Tuck your chin. Inhale, look forward. Can you go a little further? The option is there to slide the hands right underneath the soles of your feet, bringing your toes up to the creases of your wrists. So your fingers point straight back behind you. And if that's not available, keep the hold of the big toes or even the hold of the ankles. Now inhale, look forward and lengthen. Exhale, start to pull yourself down. Bend those elbows, pull the shoulders back away from the ears. Keep that chin just slightly tucked, neck long. Breathe. Good. As you inhale, look forward, put a little bend to the knees, let your hands come to your hips as you exhale, and now inhale, stand up. Bring your feet together so your big toes are touching. Little space between those heels. Bend your knees, sit your hips down. So big toes are touching. Squeeze your legs together. Point the tailbone down, reach the arms down, and then inhale, float the arms forward and up as you look up. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Sit those hips a little deeper if you can. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, take a big step back with your left foot. Lifting that chest up as you look up into your warrior one here. Keep that right knee bent deeply. Square your hips to the top of your mat. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Take another deep breath in, turn your palms out, slowly circle the arms down and around behind your back. Clasp the hands as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Find something to look at in front of you. Come onto your left toes. Start to settle the weight into the right leg. And when you're ready, lift off that left foot, flexing that foot, hinging from your hips, coming into toppling tree, a version of our warrior three. Try to maintain a straight line with the upper body and the extended left leg. Take another full inhale as you exhale. Step that left foot back and root it. Inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, look forward, step your left foot to meet your right and come back into your chair. Bending the knees, point the tailbone down. Look up between the hands if you can. Sit the hips a little deeper if you can. Take another inhale. As you exhale, big step back with the right foot down. Keep those hips pointing forward just as they were. Send those fingers to the sky. Relax the shoulders down. Left hip is drawing back, right hip is moving forward. Slow, even breath through the nose only. Good. Take another deep breath in, stretch, palms open as we circle the arms down. Now let's go opposite fingers crossing over top. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, come on to the right toes, settle into that left foot, and when you're ready, lift off that right foot, flexing it, hinge at the hips, fold into that warrior three, that toppling tree. Try not to let your chest drop out of alignment with that extended right leg. So from the ears to the shoulders to the hips to the right ankle, try to maintain that long line of energy. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, big step back with the right foot, plant it. Inhale, arms reach back up slowly. Looking forward, step forward with the right foot, step back into your chair. Point the tail down as you lift the chin and look up. Sit a little deeper and a little deeper. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up, little tip back, and then swan dive all the way down. Look forward and lengthen your spine. Plant your palms on the earth. Step back to plank. push through those hands like you were trying to close a very heavy door. Pull that low belly in towards the spine. Good. Look forward as you inhale and lower slowly as you exhale, curling into your cobra. Hands beside the chest, kneecaps are lifted. Breathe through your nose. Squeeze your legs together. Let your back do the work more so than your arms. Press the tops of the feet down, all 10 of your toes. Press them into your mat. Take one last inhale and lower your forehead down as you exhale. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, press back up to plank. Option 1, take it to down dog. Option 2, take it to child's pose. So you're coming into a pose of rest here. Just for a few breaths. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. If you're in child's pose, you can sway the hips side to side. You can move the hips a little bit, even in your down dog. And let the hips come through center. If you're in child's pose, make your way back to downward facing dog at your own pace. Good. Let's inhale up onto the toes, soft knees as you look forward, and let your feet come to the space between your hands. And then inhale, look forward, lengthening the spine, and as you exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, circle the arms up as you look up. Palms come together, bring your hands to your heart, bring your hands to your hips. Take a big step out with your right foot, facing the east. Adjust your feet to one leg's length apart. So let's pigeon toe those feet by turning the big toes in, sliding the heels out, drawing the tailbone slightly down as you extend upwards through the crown. Take a deep breath in, and now hinge from your hips. Begin to fold forward, leading with your chest. Take your hands to the ground. Open your hands to a shoulder distance width. So if you can't get your palms flat to your yoga mat, widen the legs a little bit or bend the knees a little bit. Try to have the weight in your legs though, not your hands. Now look forward as you inhale. Start to pull yourself down as you exhale, walking those hands back as you gain that flexibility. Press the backs of those knees gently open. As the elbows begin to bend, keep your elbows hugging into a shoulder distance width here. Relax your head. Keep just as much weight in your toes as you have back in your heels. Let your hips come forward in line with your ankles. Bless you. Good. As you inhale, walk the hands forward, come up to a flat back. As you exhale, little bend to the knees, hands to the hips. And now inhale, rise up to standing and turn your right toes out. Line up your right heel with your left arch. Walk that left foot back a little further and bend deeply into your right knee so your knee is over your ankle. Try to keep your hips and your chest facing the east. So turning to the left here, take your arms to a T. Look down that right arm, past the tip of that right middle finger, and move your right knee out towards the baby toe edge of the foot. And now stretch those left fingers back behind you just a little bit. as though you were reaching for the river. So you're not leaning over your front leg too much. Try to keep your wrists and your shoulders in line. Sit your hips a little deeper if you can. Hug the muscles of the upper arms in a little closer to the bone. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Turn your right toes in as you straighten your right leg. Turn your left toes out towards the water and bend your left knee over your left ankle. Making sure that the heel and the arch are in line here. Left knee right over the ankle. Bring your arms to a T. So the ears are over the shoulders and the shoulders are over the hips. Look down that left arm now. And watch the tendency to lean over the front leg. So pull back a little through those right fingers. And as you tuck the tailbone, let that left knee just move towards the baby toe edge of the foot. Engage the muscles of the upper arms as you actively draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Sit a little deeper if you can. Take another full inhale, and as you exhale, windmill your hands down. Come onto your right toes. Planting both palms, pick your left foot up, step it back to meet your right foot. You're at the top of a push-up. Remembering your plank can be from the toes or from the knees. Grip with those fingers, look forward as you inhale, lower with control as you exhale. Send the chin forward as you lift through the back of the head. Separate your feet to hip distance. Slide your hands forward until your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Try to keep your forearms parallel to one another as you come into Sphinx. So open your hands as wide as your elbows are wide. Pull your chest through the upper arms and then lift up through the crown of the head. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Close your eyes here. Try to elongate the neck as well as the entire spine. Stretch those toes back behind you. Tops of the feet are heavy. Good. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, relax the head as you widen the elbows and stack the palms. Turn your head to the right. Let your big toes touch. Let your heels fall out to the sides and just wiggle the hips a few times side to side. And then relax and relax the low back. Good. Place your forehead on your yoga mat and bring your arms back alongside you. Slide your legs together and now clasp your hands behind your back. And as you clasp your hands, start to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Straightening your arms as much as you can. On an inhale, send the chin forward as you lift through the back of the head. Try to keep the tops of those feet heavy. Lift your chest away from the ground. Keep sending your knuckles towards your heels as the arms float maybe a half an inch off the buttocks. Palms are facing each other. Open that chest. Take one more inhale. Come up, up, up. Exhale, gently lower. Release the arms. Bring your hands to the top of the mat. Make a pillow with them. Lie on your right ear or turning your head in the opposite direction of what you did last time. Big toes come together, heels fall away. Relax the low back. So I'm going to give a couple different options for this posture because I know some of you might not be able to reach your feet. We're going to take the forehead to the ground and the arms beside the legs. You're going to try to bend your knees and reach for the ankles or the tops of the feet with the hands. If it's not available to you to reach the tops of the feet and the ankles, you'll simply take your arms back like jet airplane wings alongside you, palms down. And you'll work in that type of back bend rather than holding your feet. So your palms should be down, John. Bring your hands out just a little bit. So if you've grabbed a hold of the tops of the feet or the ankles, you're going to try to bring your thighs together as well. And now on an inhale, send the chin forward, lift through the back of the head. So you're going to keep your legs straight, John. If you're not grabbing your feet, you can straighten the legs too, Patty. So you're going to press into your hands, those of you that have straight arms, seeing if you can lift the chest and maybe the legs off the ground. Those of you holding your feet, can you lift your thighs up away from the ground, sending your toes to the sky? And if your palms are pressing into the ground, see if for the last little bit you can lift both hands off the ground. Stretching those toes back, stretching those fingers back. Take one more inhale, lift everything up, up, up. Exhale, gently release. Forehead down, release your feet. Plant your hands beside your chest. Nice and slow, press yourself up to your knees and take it all the way back into your child's pose. Relax. Try to really let those hips come back as much as they can. Bill, do you need some more of those? Okay. Let me know. Feel that gentle rounding of the back here as we come out of our back bend series of postures. Good. Place your hands on either side of your head, push into the palms, and slowly straighten your arms. Let your thighs come together. Keeping your hands now at a shoulder distance width, you're going to grip with your fingers. So look at how wide your hands are and then eyeball it, finding a third point out in front so that all 3 points are the same distance. And take the top of your head now onto that forward point in front of you. So as you look back at your elbows, they should be over top of your wrists. So make sure your hands aren't too close to your face. As you hug your elbows in, gently pull your shoulders up and back away from your ears, and you're resting on the top of your head without putting all the weight into your head. Let your hands and arms do the work here. So you can stay right here. If you want to take it further, the option is there to tuck the toes, lift the knees, straightening out the legs as you walk your feet towards your face. Maybe your knees can just come out to the sides with your toes still on the ground. The knees might be able to rest onto the backs of the arms, just above the elbows. And if that availability is there, maybe you can lift the toes off the floor, bringing the toes together, bringing the heels in towards the buttocks, squeezing those elbows in as you squeeze those thighs in. Otherwise, you're staying with just the top of the head on the ground, palms pressing into the ground, bringing that blood flow to the brain. So those of you with your knees on your arms, is the ability there to really engage through the abdominal area and lift your knees just an inch away from your arms? And you know, if you can do that for at least a few breaths, then the ability might be there to slowly start to extend the legs up. So we have so many different progressions we can make in this posture. So whether you're on your knees and your shins with the top of the head resting on the ground, or whether you've taken it up into the headstand. Now if those legs are up, can you let the knees come back to the arms? Letting the toes then come down to the ground. Lower your knees to the ground, sink your hips back towards your heels, keep your head low and relax. Good. Place your hands on either side of your head, slowly straightening the arms, and just sit back into Vajrasana. If this is not a comfortable seat, take cross-legged instead. Lifting through the crown of the head, let your right ear melt over toward your right shoulder. Taking your left hand to the floor beside you, walk those fingers away from the body. Take your right arm out like a wing, palm up, bending at the elbow, reaching for the left side of the head, either above the ear or cupping the ear without pulling on your head. So there should still be space between your ear and your shoulder. Try not to reach so far that the arm really hugs in. Just let that arm be weight. Let it gently draw the head down. Maybe those left fingers can walk just a tiny bit further. Take another full breath in, and with your exhale, let your right arm just come back down to where it started. Inhale, lift the head up as you bring the left arm back in, and now left ear to left shoulder. Keep the chin tucked so the back of the neck is long, so don't let the chin jut forward. Right hand to the earth as you walk those fingers out to the right. Left arm like a wing, palm up, bending at the elbow, gently placing the hand on the side of the head, adding weight to the stretch. Good. Can you crawl those right fingers just a little bit further? Taking one more inhale. Keep the head where it is. Relax the left arm down. Inhale, let your head come up and let your right hand come in. Pausing. Interlace your fingers now. Take your hands to the back of the head and gently let your head fall back into those hands. Letting those elbows gently fall back, letting that chest open up. Good. Inhale, bring the head up slowly, lengthen through the crown. Now start to melt your chin towards your chest as your elbows fall forward and down. Don't pull, just relax. Good. Inhale, lift the head back up. Exhale, press your palms up to the sky, pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. Really stretching out the palms, stretching out the fingers. Feel that stretch through the forearms as you hug the elbows in a little closer. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, take your arms straight out in front of you. Give that little squeeze between the shoulder blades. And now turn your palms to face each other, bending your elbows, bringing your elbows towards one another. And just start to roll around those wrists. And go the other way. Good, release the arms down. If you're still in Vajrasana, sit to one side and let your legs come around. Let those legs extend forward. Pull the flesh from underneath those sitting bones. Let's draw the right knee into the chest. Pick up the right leg, holding on to the foot with the left hand and the knee with the right hand. You also have the ability to cradle it like a baby if that ability is there, to bring the elbow or the foot into the crook of the elbow. But try not to round out your back. Try to keep that spine long and just start to rock the leg side to side. Good, coming back to center. Holding on to the foot now, again with the left hand, gently lower your right leg down on top of your left leg. And as that leg settles, make sure that your ankle bone is over to the side. Flex that right foot and add a little bit of weight with that right hand. So if you're fairly flexible in the hips, that knee is dropped low, the ability is there to go knee over ankle, ankle over knee. If that is too much because it's causing the right buttock to come away from the ground, then just keep the left leg extended straight. Lengthen through the crown of the head. So keep flexing your right foot, pulling your right toes back. Good. Hands can come beside the hips now as you start to move the chest forward. Notice what you're feeling through that right buttock, right glute. Maybe the hands can crawl a little further forward. How far forward can your chest go before your back wants to round? When you can't go any further, you simply relax your head down, close your eyes, and breathe into that right hip, and breathe into that right buttock. Keep flexing both of your feet. Good. As you inhale, lift the chin and pause as you exhale. Slowly come all the way up. Good. So all we're going to do is take that right leg, uncross it, plant it on the outer edge of the mat, plant your left foot on the outer edge of your mat, and take your hands back behind you. And if you're really close to the back of your mat, scoot forward a little bit. So you might want to scoot up, Chris. So your hands are just beside you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower both knees to the right. Inhale, bring them up. And lower both knees over to the left. Inhale, center. All the way to the right. Inhale, up. And all the way to the left. Good. Let's inhale, bring the legs up. Take your legs all the way to the right. Lift your left hand. Start to turn towards the path. So bring your left hand down and around as you walk your right hand out to the right a little bit. So turn towards the path. Lengthening your spine, lifting through your crown. So John, you're going to walk your right hand a little bit out to the right if you can. So some of you might be good just on your palms. Some of you might be able to drop down onto your forearms and elbows into a sphinx-like pose. Opening your hands as wide as your shoulders are wide. And then lengthen and draw the heart forward as you inhale. Look forward, look over that right shoulder as you exhale. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Good, keep pulling the heart forward away from the navel and keep pulling the navel forward away from the pubic bone. Try to relax through the low back as much as you can. Good. Take another deep breath in. Really lengthen that spine as you exhale. Relax your head down. Press into those forearms to come up to your palms. So come up onto your palms, walking your hands back in. Take that left hand back around. Let your knees come up and extend those legs out. Pull the flesh from underneath those sitting bones and draw your left knee into your chest. So reaching for the foot with the right hand, either holding on to the leg, foot and hand on knee, or placing the foot in the crook of the elbow, and just start to rock that leg. Try to get that movement right from your hip. Sit nice and tall, lengthen your spine, and then bring your leg back to center. And very carefully set your left leg down on top of your right, just above your knee. So not jammed into that kneecap. Make sure your ankle bone is over to the side. And if you did so on the other side, the option is there to go ankle over knee and knee over ankle. Flex both your feet. Draw the shoulders back over those hips. So you can let go of the foot with your right hand. You can use the left hand as weight if you want to encourage the knee down. Otherwise, the hands can be beside the hips. Lengthen through the crown of the head and lean the upper body forward. So keep flexing both of your feet. How far forward can your chest go? Push out through the heels and the balls of the feet. Maybe the hands have curled forward a little bit. When your chest can't go any further, you're simply relaxing your head, whether you've just leaned forward a little bit or you're draped right over your legs. Keep flexing those feet. Close your eyes and breathe. So we're trying to allow that left hip to open. We're in like a pigeon-like position with those legs, whether it's just the left leg or it's both legs. Breathing into that left hip, breathing into that left glute. Keep pulling your chest forward. Keep working to extend and lengthen your spine. Good. On your next inhale, nice and slow, begin to come back up. Bringing the shoulders all the way back over the hips. Taking your hands back behind you. Set your left foot at the left edge of your mat and your right foot at the right edge. Take a deep breath in, both knees to the left. Inhale, center, and over to the right. Inhale, come up, knees to the left. Inhale, center, knees to the right. Inhale, come back up and take both knees over to the left. Right hand is going to leave the ground. Come around to the back edge of your mat, walking your left hand out to the left a little bit. So turn as much as you can with your chest to face the path, up on your hands, lengthening your spine, and then slowly release down to your elbows and your forearms. Keep trying to pull your chest forward away from your navel. Pull your chin forward away from your chest and take another deep breath in. And now look over that left shoulder. Deepening that twist as much as you can as you breathe. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Good. Take another really long, deep breath in. Really lengthen your spine as you exhale. Twist to your furthest place. And then inhale, start to relax the head. And as you exhale, push into those arms. Inhale, start to press up to the palms, walking the hands back in. And now that right hand comes back around. And the knees come up. And you extend both those legs out. With your heels at the top of your mat and your feet flexed and active, pull the flesh from underneath those sitting bones. Extend the arms straight out in front of you. Draw those shoulder blades onto the back as you close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, start to lower yourself down slowly, controlling the descent of your body towards the ground. Make sure you're still breathing. As your shoulders and your upper back start to come down, the arms can extend up to the sky and all the way back and over your head. Pointing your toes as you reach those fingers back. Take a deep breath in, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then bring the arms down to your sides. Draw your knees into your chest. Hug the knees in with the hands and just rock from side to side. Massaging your back. And as you roll back to that center position and you set both feet on the ground, preparing for one more round of bridge, arms like railings right down alongside you. Try not to have your feet more than a hip distance width apart. And then flattening your low back towards the ground. On an inhale, lift your hips to the sky. Can you go further? Can you bring your hands closer together? Some of you might even be able to clasp the hands, but you really want to press the outer edges of the hands and the wrists down to the ground. So if they want to lift up, press the palms flat instead. Hug your knees in like you were holding a yoga block between them. Press into the big toes and the inner heels. Can you push your chest even closer to your chin? Take another inhale, rise onto the toes, send the arms to a T, and as you exhale, roll the back down slowly. Inhale, let your knees come to your chest without moving your arms. So the arms are still out to a T. Take a deep breath in and let both legs go to the right as you turn your head to the left. Relax your feet. So just relax those legs, relax the arms. Relax through the low back, the mid back, and the upper back. Good. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, let all the air go as you press your palms down. Now inhale, come back to center, and as you exhale, simply change sides. Trying to relax on this side just as much as you did on the other. Soften your face, relax your jaw. Let go of tension you're holding within your body. Relax the fingers and the hands. Relax the arms and the shoulders. Take another full inhale. Full, complete exhale as you press into your palms. Now inhale, come back through center, grab a hold of your knees with your hands, hug your legs in, and now draw your forehead towards your knees. See if you can wrap your arms even more tightly around those legs. Take another deep breath in, start to engage every muscle in your whole body. One last time, squeeze and release. You'd like to put your long sleeve shirt on. You'd like to cover your eyes to block out the light. Find a place that you're comfortable and relax into your Shavasana. Try to keep your arms and your legs even with one another. Chin is tucked and the neck is long. Relax your throat and let your breath begin to soften. Let your body start to grow heavy. And let your body just begin to relax. Relaxing your feet, your hands. Relaxing your legs and your arms. Relaxing your hips and your shoulders. Relaxing your belly and your chest. Relaxing the whole of the back. Relaxing all of your visceral organs. Relaxing your heart and your lungs. Relaxing your neck and your throat. Relaxing your jaw, your face, and your scalp. Relaxing your brain. Relaxing your mind. The whole of the body is relaxed. The whole of the body is relaxed. Relaxed. Just beginning to notice all the sounds around you, subtle and otherwise, and start to deepen your breathing a little bit. And as you breathe deeply in and out through your nose, just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move your hands and feet, wrists and ankles. Let your head slowly turn from side to side. And let your head come back to center as you slide your legs together, pointing your toes. Reach your arms all the way back and over your head and take a long, deep breath in. Stretch, 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 and relax the arms down. Draw your knees to your chest. Hug them in with your hands. and rock from hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, ear to ear, right across the entire back a few times before rolling all the way over onto your right side. Pause here, breathe. Try to keep your eyes closed, and now press into your left palm and your right elbow and start to make your way slowly up to seated. And as you come up to a comfortable seat and you draw those shoulder blades onto the back, let your palms come together at your heart center. Take a moment and thank yourself for the gift of this yoga practice here at the start of your day, leading you into your week. Send a silent thank you out to those who joined you. And I thank you for allowing me to share these teachings of yoga with you. Ending our practice with the chanting of Om, take a deep breath in. The divine light within me humbly, graciously acknowledges that same divine light within you. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Happy Sunday. We'll keep you updated about tomorrow of the class at noon in terms of where it'll be, depending on weather and stuff. We're starting to get a little cooler out here, so feeling the change. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you.